Welcome back to another video of Yugioh Masterduel. I know the title says Dark Magician, but this is the only game I will show with the Salamangreat deck because there is a cool interaction I wanted to show you. So we do the regular combo. We go for Bailings, and Bailings will search the field spell. And we have Gazelle because we sent Foxy to graveyard, so we will special summon Gazelle. They negate the Bailings, so we don't get to search the field spell, and I didn't, I guess I did misclick there. I didn't use the Gazelle's effect. I was supposed to use it, but that was a misclick on my behalf, so I have to send, I have to end the turn, and they go crazy with the Sword Soul plays. They want to summon Shia, the Sword Soul Master, the Monster Negate. They want to summon Monster Negate and Baron the floor. So we negate the Moye because we don't want to see the Monster Negate. So they search Taya. They normal summon it. So I just destroy it with Salamangreat Rage. And since I sent Bailings to graveyard, I can summon Gazelle. So I summon Gazelle, I sent what did I send with Gazelle? I guess it was a monster with Gazelle. Okay, so they do take the Maxi challenge. They want to summon monsters. So they go for Shaman of the Tanya. We draw Ash Blossom. They get to use the Taya. So they will summon the Grandmaster. No, they did increase the level, so they go for Baron. No, they go for Yangzin. Okay. So they summoned Yangzin. So we negate the Taya's effect. We will not search a card from the deck. So this is, we did disrupt them enough to have a breakable board. They don't have any Omni negate, no monster negate, not anything, not even regular interruptions, I believe. So there is not much they can do with these cards. This is the end. But there is the interaction I mentioned, so we are going to that. So in here we just do the regular combos. We normal summon a monster, we send it to graveyard, we summon Gazelle, we search the field spell, we send the Spinny with Gazelle. So we will summon Foxy from the graveyard by discarding Jack Jaguar. We summon Spinny, and we use these two cards for the Splash Mage. Splash Mage will summon another Cybers monster from the graveyard. So there is that. So we summon here the Update Jammer. So we will attack twice with Access Bot Talker. Now this is the cool interaction. As you can see, we summon Transcode Talker, and we don't use these two to summon Access Code Talker. We use Splash Mage and Update Jammer, not Splash Mage and Transcode Talker, or not Update Jammer and Transcode Talker. We keep Transcode Talker on the board because it has an effect when this card is co-linked. This card cannot be targeted, and the monster that is co-linked also cannot be targeted. So we summon Access Code Talker with Update Jammer, so it will attack twice, and we get to boost its attack by 2000. So it's at almost 5k. So we pop the monsters, and yeah, this is the thing. They search for effect wheeler with Phantom of the Engine, Shao Feng. With Shao Feng, they search effect wheeler, and as you can see, this card targets and negates. They cannot negate this card. because at the moment this card cannot be targeted. So we banish this and we attack, and they realize they cannot target this card. They didn't get to use the effect wheeler, they scooped. So yeah, that was the trick I wanted to show. If you can go for the target protection, you should consider to go for it. I mean, you should consider, because there are other factors like Nibiru, or maybe you just can't go for the target protection. But if you can, and if you think there is no Nibiru, I think go for it. Okay, this is another Salamangreat deck. I thought it was the only one, but I guess we had one more. So after that, I will show you the Dark Magician gameplays. I am back to Dark Magician because I got bored with, I mean not bored, but you know, you can't have the same meal every day. So I changed to Dark Magician. I am having a lot more fun, to be honest, because I changed the deck a bit more. I got some sport cards from Secret Pack, the Preparation of Rights. I got that card, so we have more consistency to get to the illusion of chaos. So there is that. I will show you the deck list at the end of the video, but let's check the second game. So on our turn, we want to summon a Gazelle, and then we send Spinny to graveyard. So they use Smashers, and that's kind of like board breaker for us, to be honest, because we lose Gazelle, and with Spinny we can only go for one Bailings, and I think I have no more. Yeah, I don't have any more graveyard resource, so I can only link summon it again, because I want to use Salamangreat Rage and not get rid of a monster on the field, because if I ever need to use Roar, I need a monster. If I send it with Rage, I cannot use Roar, so I want to keep it on the field, so I just destroy Sprite Elf. I don't want them to use the effect, and I keep my Omni Negate, and this is the, I believe, Omni Negate. Yeah, we don't want them to go for Sprite Starter, and we can just destroy this card. And with that, they don't have a board, and they had to skip the battle phase because of the runic plays. That card. Unlucky for us, we didn't draw good. I mean, Silent Mining is good, but we need to discard the card, so they didn't draw good either. So on our turn, whatever we draw, we can go for Silent Mining, but we draw Gazelle, so we don't go for Silent Mining. With Gazelle, I can go for Spinny, and with 2 card, I can summon Mirage Stelio, I believe. Yeah, I summon Mirage Stelio, so I can summon another Salamangreat monster from the deck. I summon Jack Jaguar. I send Bailings and Jack Jaguar to summon Sunlight Wolf. I believe I really summon Sunlight Wolf because I have 2 trap cards in my graveyard. At this moment, I think I will set Salamangreat Roar with discard effect. Discard, I can get discard with Sunlight Wolf, but I did want to get Salamangreat Rage, so I used discards graveyard effect. Then I link summon a Salamangreat monster with field spell. If I summon this card with field spell, I can set this card from my graveyard to my field, but when this card leaves the field, we will banish it. So there is that. So I summon Jack Jaguar by sending the first copy of Sunlight Wolf, and I get Ash Blossom from graveyard with Sunlight Wolf, so I have 2 negates, 1 disruption. He has 3 cards and he has no board, so this is game. So they did have Lava Golem, which did disrupt us a lot. And I have to get rid of the Runic Fountain because I don't want them to draw a card. If this is a Runic spell, they can draw a lot of cards because they had 1 more in the graveyard, but this is the game. So I believe this is the Dark Magician play. I hope. I guess you'll see now. So yeah, this is the Dark Magician deck. So we go second, and our opponent is playing Rika. So they go for their place. They get the field spell searcher from the graveyard, from the deck, so they summon this. They search the field spell, which this is the card you want to get rid of when you are placing against Rika. Just the if you this is the primary target for like this is their Runic Fountain. You need to get rid of this. Period. So we search road with Illusion of Chaos. We sent a Super Poly because we can't use their monsters. As you can see, they tributed my monster for their cards effect because of this Ika Konkon card. So I just said 4. I pass. I do have skill drain, which kinda hurts them. As you can see, they can get spell and trap cards from their deck. I mean, they can get spells, but can they get trap cards? I didn't understand. Anyway, so they just go crazy. Okay, in their end phase, I activate Soul Servant to get Dark Magical Circle. So I use Dark Magical Circle. Then I will use Illusion of Chaos to get, I believe, Magician's Souls, so I can banish this card. They negate Illusion of Chaos. So I negate their effect, so they cannot. Use these cards, but that's it. And in my end phase, they get to summon Rika Petal from the graveyard. And this card is, as you can see, they get to set another spell or trap card, so they just. This is +1 every turn for them. Not as bad as Fountain, but this is the card you have to target. So they banish Road, but I have skill drain on the field, so I can't use its effects nonetheless. So I draw another bad card. They use Maxi. I finally get Magician Souls. So I believe I summon Dark Magician to get rid of that card finally. No, I get rid of the Ricochet. because I have little, so I didn't want them to go for any interruption. That's why I banished this card. But if you don't have little, get rid of Rikakonkon, because now I can summon Dark Magician from graveyard and I have little with that. Okay, let's check another Dark Magician play. After taking a break from Dark Magician, I really missed it. It's just so fun to play Dark Magician. I know it's not the best deck out there, but when you win games with it, it just feels so good. So I search circle from road, and I activate circle, then I set skill drain and pass. And of course I get nothing from the search with circle. And we are against Runic Fountain, and I lose terraforming. If I could have drawn it, it was probably game over, because they are runic and they want to use spell cards. So they go for, okay, this makes me feel like they are not just any runic, they are playing Ishizu cards, which hurts Dark Magician a lot because we need our graveyards untouched. So there is that, but they didn't get a good card probably, so they just ended their turn, and they can't use monster effects too, so there is that. So I summon Dark Magician off of Magician Souls, so I can banish the field spell, I believe. Yeah, I will go for it. They go with Agido. They want to summon Agido, but that's not gonna stop me. And they just pass the game. Okay. Alright, let's check one more game. Okay, so we go first, and we have a decent hand. We have summon limit, we have Secret Village, we have Super Poly, we have Circle, we have Chaos, and we have everything. So we search road with Chaos, and I believe I search for Magician's Salvation. So I use Magician's Salvation, set the Eternal Soul, then I use Dark Magical Circle, then I send Magician's Salvation to activate Secret Village, and now they cannot play spell cards. I have Summon Limit, I have Eternal Soul, and they are Flow Underbeasts. So the moment they play Eagle, the moment they play Eagle, I use Summon Limit because I want to stop them from going crazy, and they search for Flowandery's Empan, and they just pass. And from this moment, I believe I can just win. I am also under summon limit, so I have to consider that. And they just use Maxi, and I think I will use Eternal Soul. I went for summoning Dark Magician with Magician Souls, but they played Maxi, so I summoned Dark Magician with Eternal Soul, so they will not draw one card, and I get rid of Souls. So Soul worked like a foolish burial for the moment, and I go for attack and attack, clearing their board, so they cannot summon any crazy monsters. They need to summon 2 monsters for them. I mean, they can't go for the Mega Monarch, they can't go for the Omni Negate monster, Mist Valley, Apex, something like that. So this stops them a lot, and they cannot use spell cards too, so there is that. Yeah, they go for Mega Monarch, but they cannot summon it this turn. They set 2 cards, and if they are trap cards, they can make some plays, and yeah, one is a trap card, so they go for the normal summon. So they can summon Mega Monarch this turn, and they can pop some back rows. I mean, not pop, I believe they send it to deck. So there is that. And yeah, their banished effects go crazy. As you can see, they add Eagle back to their hand, they add Token back to their hand. They set Magician's Rod. I just flip it back to the field. And I summon Imdak with Dark Magician. And then I summon Dark Magician with Eternal Soul. I banish the Mega Monarch Ryza. They go for the Infinite Infirm. So this kind of hurts us because we cannot banish this one for the moment. So I go for Super Poly to fuse these two to summon, I believe, the Dark Magicians. So with Dark Magicians, when this card is destroyed, I will summon Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, which it is destroyed by battle. So I get to summon Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. So we are free of the bricks and we have little. So that's game. I guess flow on this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.